Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and I'm finally back from PAX. I'm finally back from Seattle, and it's been a while since I've been able to sit down and do a commentary or even upload anything. I uploaded the teaser for Dysfunction's trailer yesterday, and I'm really excited. I was really excited about that. I've been hearing about it for a while. I've been seeing some of the teasers and some of the clips from it before. He's got an awesome new editor who's really new. Only had like 400 or 500 subscribers, and hadn't really been doing it for a while. So really excited to get him some exposure because he does an outstanding job. But other than that, it's been a long time since I've done any uploads, and that was before I left for PAX, and then YouTube's fantastic processing, kind of screwed me on that. So I'm back, and I don't know where to start on my PAX trip because I had an outstanding time. I mean, I just had a great time. Met some awesome people. There were, and let's see, we stayed in an apartment that was in a very shady neighborhood, and some of the stories that Jake from In the Works Media is going to tell you, and then some of the encounters with the homosexuals in the area, because I'm pretty sure we were staying in like a gay district, and there was just so much to tell. I don't even know where to begin. Well, we're going to be doing a recap on PTY tonight. This is Tuesday, August 30th. I'm probably going to upload this around 4 p.m. my time, which gives you guys till about 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys come out and check the PTY. I'm pretty sure Steve Swint and Ernest Lee are going to be there with Sergeant Merrill and myself. So that'll be all the little shout-outs that I can give to everybody at the moment. Oh, and the one video of mine that did go up was the Easter egg for the Moon, the new Resurrection map pack, and the Moon zombie map. And guys, that's probably my best video that I thought I had ever made, and it easily got the best responses, the best ratings that I've ever had on a video. It's already over 50,000 views, which is amazing. It's got over 1,000 favorites, which is amazing. It's got it was the highest rated video on Machinima in days. So can't thank you guys enough. Of course, you'll see the link probably in the description and on top of this video. But can't thank you guys enough for that, for supporting me on that video when I wasn't even able to support it myself. So really appreciate that. So let's go back to PAX. We got there around 8 o'clock at night, and on Thursday night, 8 o'clock at night in Seattle time. And immediately went downtown. We arrived at the airport, me and my roommate, and we picked up Sergeant Merrill, which was awesome to finally meet him. He's a lot taller. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Sergeant Merrill was a short guy, and I think he got offended by that when I said it, because I really did. I really thought he was much shorter than what he was. Or maybe not like midget size, but I didn't think he was 6 foot. He's like 6'2". So I walked up to a guy who had a beard at the bar, and he looked like a kind of a small, scrawny fellow. And I was about to walk up to him and like tap him on the shoulder, and then I see Sergeant Merrill up, like looming into view to my right. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, man? So met Sergeant Merrill, and we took a cab downtown. Met up with Ernie, and got the key from him, and finally saw him for the first time. Met him, and let's see. I mean, we went out downtown Seattle, which was a lot of hills. Downtown Seattle was kind of disappointing. And then let's see, I think we just ate dinner or whatever, and went out a little bit, had a couple drinks, and then we went back to the hotel, and we were paying the cab driver, and somebody starts walking up to me, all creepy like, and that was Jake from In the Works Media. You guys know him; he's been on my channel before. So finally met him, and he listened to his story, and he's probably going to tell it on his channel much better. But apparently, a drug dealer. We were in such a shady neighborhood, a drug dealer was asking him for his phone to make calls for some dro. So Jake had an interesting experience just waiting for us. And the next morning it was pretty cool. We ate breakfast, and we went to PAX for the first time on Friday. And the convention's pretty much the same every day. It was just nothing but walking around and waiting in lines. We played 2 games on the first day. At least I did. I played Battlefield, which was really disappointing. Not so much the game, it's just the way they had it all set up and how they only allowed us to play 2-player co-op. And me and my roommate played that, and it was giant screens. It's like 46-inch screens, but you're 4 inches away from them, so you couldn't really focus on anything. You couldn't really see much. So that Battlefield experience was pretty, it could have been better. the setup could have been better. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And let's see. Then we played Counter-Strike, and got a couple of beta keys for Counter-Strike. One's going to Cheddar Chez, and then actually Counter-Strike is going to be the beta is going to be available for the Mac, if I'm not mistaken. That's what Jake told me. So I'm going to be using one of those. Went around, ate lunch, met up with everybody Friday night. Did it all again Saturday. You know, the same old thing. I believe Friday is when I was finally able to shake hands with T-Mart, with Jericho, with Bash. Those guys, you know, really down-to-earth guys. Finally met Dunkus, one of my favorite YouTubers. Of course, you know, we're staying with Steve Swint and Ernie and Jake and Sergeant Merrill, so staying with an awesome group as it already stood, and just meeting all those guys, and you know, being able to see, you know, they're really down-to-earth people. I mean, we had a lot of fun just hanging out and laughing, joking, and you know, just screwing around basically. You have to tune in tonight to hear a very detailed story of how we ended up in the gay bar on Saturday night. From that was all Ernie's fault. Everybody was so indecisive on where we wanted to eat. Ernie was just like, screw it, you know, we'll go to the first restaurant we see, and we walk in, and it was a gay restaurant, and some people realized it earlier than others, and me, I just so happened didn't realize it until way later than everybody else, and it was really embarrassing. I'm trying to think of some of the stuff. Oh yeah, my biggest fanboy moments had to be when we were sitting at a hotel. Sergeant Merrill and my roommate and I were sitting at a hotel, and we finally got where everybody was from Jake, and Jake and Steve, you know, text everybody, let us know where they were. And they were hanging out with Hutch and Scene Anners and Sark and Ricky and OG Constant. I know him by his Twitter name. He works with Machinima Sports. And we ended up going to the hotel lobby, the hotel bar, and hanging out with those guys. And it was incredible. Like, just being there. I mean, trying to suppress that fanboy moment. And I've got my roommate with me he's already drunk. And he has no idea what's going on, so all the conversation is boring him. When he hears something about sports, you know, he's all about his Saints and everything like that. But other than that, he really doesn't contribute to the conversation too much. And we got on the subject of sports, and that's when, like, it's kind of like my fanboy thing with Woody. You know, the one time I had an interaction, but Hutch is, you know, like, turns to me when there was a lull in conversation and is asking me about sports stuff, and he openly said, you know, I don't know anything about sports. He said, I'm just trying to understand. And what we were talking about was how teams that don't win can still have a huge market value. Like when I was saying the Seattle Sonics, you know, they haven't won since like the 90s, but all the way up until they sold their stadium, they were always selling out. You know, there's a huge basketball following in Seattle, and that's the only point I was trying to make with that, how there still was a business and whatnot. And even though it doesn't make sense, I was trying to explain to Hutch how it made sense. And met him at the end of the night. We were supposed to eat lunch with him on Sunday, and when we met up with them on Sunday, they were so busy that with, you know, doing their Machinima Respawn stuff that they couldn't meet up with us. But Scene Inners had actually gone to bed pretty early that night. Sark is just as freaking funny as he is in those videos in real life. Like, the guy is hilarious, and it's amazing. Like, their personalities, they're pretty much exactly the way they are in their videos. They don't sugarcoat anything. They don't change anything. But they're still, I mean, they're really interesting people. They're really cool to hang out with, and I'm really just happy for the opportunity to meet those guys. And if you go look. You don't believe me? You can go look at my Twitter. You can go look at my favorites. You see the little tweet that Hutch sent to me, and he calls me Ben because he knew my name, because he met me. Yeah, I'm done. All right, that's my little moment there. And that's pretty much the PAX trip, guys. Like, we ended it on Sunday. We rushed to get in line on Sunday. We waited for an hour early. Like, we went an hour early just to wait in line so we could go and get in line for the games early. And yeah, it didn't work. Like, within minutes of the gates opening, they were already full. Like, the lines for Star Wars and Mass Effect and Skyrim, all the stuff that they wanted to play on Sunday was already full. So we decided we were just going to hang it up early. So yeah, that's about the gist of it. Make sure you guys come out to the live stream. I didn't realize the game was ending so quickly. Make sure you guys come out to Sergeant Merrill's live stream. I'll leave a link to that for his Twitch TV. and y'all can hear a few more detailed stories. It'll be all of us in there talking about that. So other than that, guys, I'm glad to be back. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the ratings and the help on my video, and you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again soon.